What's up, everybody? Episode, I want to say 8 of Smiles for Miles. It's me, Smiles, just like every week. I'm always here. First off, it's Christmas week, man. You're probably listening to this right before or right after Christmas. Oh, excuse me. So, you know what I'm saying? Right off the bat, let's cheers. Shout out to you. Shout out to me. We made it through another year. We're doing it. We're killing it. Let's get it. Fantastic. That's a little gin, little elderflower liqueur, a little bit of water, and some damn lime juice. Nice and simple. We're keeping it healthy, you know. Um, Trying to get in better shape. Been trying to work out. I've been doing this thing like 100 push-ups a day, just like in segments of 25 just throughout the day. I'll just stop and just like 25 quick push-ups. And I've only been doing it for, I think, probably like 10 days. So I don't see any results. I just feel ridiculously sore. But I'm gonna just keep on pushing because that's what everything is all about. It's just about showing up and just about doing it. It's not about whether or not you're great. You know what I'm saying? Right off the giddy up. It's just about practice. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, hell yeah. I've been trying to get in shape. I want to be like real sexy for 2021. My goal for 2020, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna be like in really good shape. I'm gonna have a six pack. I'm gonna bulk up and everything like that. And then COVID hit, and I'm just making excuses honestly at this point because hang on, let me fix my mic like that. There we go. Um, the gym closed, so I stopped working out. I honestly very easily could have gone to the damn wherever and worked out or worked out at my place, you know. And I kind of just fell off with it. But 2021 is the year. I'm getting more laser focused this year. I've been feeling great, by the way. Let me just say that I've been feeling really, really good, really focused. Um, just trying to make sure that everything I do has a purpose to it. Because I'm the king of just doing shit and then being like, why did I do it? Why did I waste my time on it? Why did I take so long to do it when if I would have sat around for 30 seconds or a minute or whatever and thought about, what's the smartest way to do this, I could have saved myself a lot of, time and embarrassment and money probably in a lot of cases. So yeah, 2021, man, that's the goal, was just getting focused, and that's like a huge thing. Finance wise, I am definitely taking everything a lot more serious this year. Well, 2021, I guess I should say, today, all the time, every day, I'm trying to take it more serious. Hang on, there's a little cat hair right there. There we go. Every day, I'm trying to take it a little more serious. Like I can't be on here saying you guys need to take it seriously if I'm not going to be taking it seriously. Um, but yeah, I've been just trying to take it, the goal setting, the use of my time, the planning and everything. I'm just and obviously the finances and everything, just taking it all very seriously, every aspect of it, because you know uh, in order to be taken seriously, take it seriously, you need to be serious. um and that's how I feel at this point, where I don't really have time to be messing around. None of us really have time to be messing around. We damn near everybody pissed away an entire year because it just you couldn't do what you normally do. um I still think overall I had a decent year. I had a pretty great year as far as personal progressions, but as far as like products and what I've put out into the world and what I've contributed, I mean, what can you do? This year was just not the year for it. So 2021, we're getting it, but the finances I'm taking a lot more seriously. It's crazy looking at, over the weeks, how much money I actually now am making off music. Not saying it's a lot of money, because trust me, it ain't a lot of money, but it's enough to keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting myself an LLC, which I can't believe I haven't done up until now. I want to get that all taken care of, and really just try to treat this like a business. Um, and it's a big step. It's a really big, for me at least, it's a big thing to acknowledge, I guess, that this is really what I am. I've already stepped over the edge and I'm already making music as like, this is what I am doing. But, to get the LLC now, I'm going to be, on the books for it. I got to calculate or not calculate. I keep track of all of my income, all my expenses, which I should be doing anyhow. I'm very, very aware of that. Thank you. But I don't really keep that great track. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, but yeah, so that's one of my goals for 2021. And by the way, so what day is today? Today is like the 20 something, 20. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have like a New Year's Eve podcast. Um, and then 2021, when that starts, I'm gonna have I'll show you guys my big sheet that I have with all my goals and the breakdowns of it. Um, but I really hope that's something that we can do throughout the year. And for you guys listening, man, set me your goals. Let me know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm an unreachable kind of person. Like if you listen to this and you actually never met me before, you don't know me, you just know the music or whatever, man, like hit me. Let me know, what are your goals for 2021, and let's, you know what I'm saying, I'll be in touch, every couple of weeks, every month, maybe, checking in. Hey, what's up? How the goals coming? It's something I really want to do. I think, we can all encourage each other. And but yeah, so that's my plan for the first, or whatever, the first podcast of 2021 is. That's what I plan on doing. So, I'm just gonna keep sprinkling that in throughout. But yeah, nonetheless, getting the LLC and getting all my tax, everything, whatever, is a big step for it. And it's something that, really had me kind of nervous for like 2 weeks ago, when I was, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe, when I first really started considering it, like really, like, this is something that I need to do. It really had me nervous, and I was afraid, because it's like, on the one hand, I sometimes look at it and I go, all right, you're how old and you have what to show for yourself? And by show for yourself, I mean in the sense of like, what other people have, physical, like material possessions. I go like, what do you have to show for yourself? Um, and that shit kind of gets me bummed out. And I'm like, man, am I just wasting my time with music? Like, should it just be like a little hobby? Um, Yo, by the way, if you guys are watching the stream, peep my cat in the corner right there. I don't know what she's doing. What are you doing, baby? What are you looking at? She's just staring at us. She's doing a little, like from The Shining or something like that. Anyhow, I kind of look at it and I'm like, am I wasting my time? But I'm not, first off, I guess I'll say that. But that fear, that, am I wasting my time? Am I not making enough money? Because I know, listen, like, I can figure some shit out. Like, I can make some money, but it's not going to fulfill me, and at the end of the day, I'm only here one time, unless reincarnation is real, which I do not believe. But that would be kind of badass, as long as I got to come back like richer than I am now and with less problems than I have now. Otherwise, scratch it. But you know you're only here one time, so what's the point of doing some shit for the whole rest of your life if you're not going to be fulfilled? If you aren't actually going to be happy with it, if you're just doing it and then you get off, like, I could not imagine working for the weekend, right? That's what everybody says. Man, I'm just working for the weekend, right? I could not imagine working every day and just dying to get off so that you can, go home for Friday night and Saturday to just go crazy, and then Sunday recover and kick it or do whatever you do, and then Monday back to, I can't, like, my schedule right now, I don't even know what day it is most days. I really don't. Damn near, I don't even know what time it is half the time. Because if I'm in here working on music, it could be 4 in the morning, or it could be noon, or it could be 6 at night. I don't know. I'll never know. I just have absolutely no idea. I'm just in my own bubble, and you just get completely absorbed in it. So, and that's how I want to be. That's what I want to be doing. I would never want anything else. I'm so happy to be living this way and so grateful, even though, um, I have all these fears because you really are stepping out. I'm really stepping out, kind of. Remember in Indiana Jones? You remember that scene? And I wanted to say Indiana Jones and the Goblet of Fire, but no, the one is it the? It's not the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's not the Temple of Doom. Oh, the Last Crusade. There we go. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He has to walk across that thing, and it's like the big chasm, right? And there's no way to go. So he throws a little sand or whatever, and you can see that there's actually a bridge, but you have to walk on faith. That's like the image that always jumps into my head when I think about like pursuing any type of business, in my case, music, but any type of business where you are in charge and you're doing your own thing. It's like that scene, man. You just got to step out there and you just have to trust, and you can either let your fears eat you alive and let you end up at damn 70 some years old, 60 some, who knows? At this point, shit, you probably will never be able to retire. They keep upping the age for everybody. You got to be what, 68 or 72 or some bullshit to retire now? Like, that's crazy. So you might not even retire. So imagine working until 70 or whatever, and then they tell you can't retire. Oh, by the way, you don't get that 401k or whatever that retirement fund that you've been paying into all these years, your pension, which, by the way, is a ripoff already. You got to pay into it all these damn years, and then they're just going to give you a percentage of it back. Like, you don't even get that. I give you my money all these years to hold it for me. You're not even going to give it back to me before I die. I'll be damned if I'm doing that. I have no 401k. I have no pension, and I'm happy as hell that way. Like, I don't give it. I save my money. I invest my money for when I'm old, but it's my money and I'm keeping all of it. And for that long-term shit, by the way, guys, get yourself a Roth IRA account. You know what I'm saying? You can just keep throwing money and throwing money and throwing money into it, and then whenever you're old enough, what is it, like 60 or something like that? I forget what the exact number is, 65. Maybe you can pull that money back out. Invest that money. Just put that money in a Roth IRA account, invest your money for the next however many years it is that you have to go. And Mike, I got damn near 40 years to invest until I can let that money really mature. And I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. This year alone, obviously, I started really invested a lot after the coronavirus hit, and I caught that big upswing. But aside from that, man, like, you can really make some money off that. I'm just telling you, like, don't waste your money. Why are you gonna let somebody else hold your money and then tell you when you can have it back? To me, forget anything else. That is just so backwards to me. I mean, obviously, if the company's pitching into the 401k, do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have the option of any of that because I work for myself. So, with all that being said, shit, man, you can let those fears hold you back, or you can let them motivate you, and I kind of honestly, over the last like 3 days, I've really just told myself, like, let it motivate you. All the things I'm scared of, right? Everything that I'm worried about happening to me, worst case scenario, right? I just keep that in my mind as a, like, almost like a bumper for me, like something to push me, like being 60 years old and not having a dollar to your name because you um were too lazy to actually really go after this music, right? I'll let that motivate me, right? I can't be old and not have any money to my name, right? So I'll be so sure to work extra hard now. I'll be extra cautious to make sure I work and I save my money now. So, and like other things, man, I'm being serious. Like, I really get, like, it's like anxiety over it where, sometimes I can't sleep and sometimes I can't focus even when I am working on things you know, um, bro, there's millions of people making music right now. Do you really think that you got something different or something better than them, that people are going to want to pay attention to you, and even if they find you through the sifting through the however many artists, are out and around right now, what's going to make them stick around? Like, do you really think that you have something? You really think that you got a sound or a style that's unique enough, or something to say that's enough to make people want to stick around and support you, for a lifetime? Like, those are really thoughts that I have constantly. I think about shit like that all the time. And so it's like, with that fear, I'm just going to make sure that, yeah, I am saying something, and I do have the style and I do have the sound that's going to set me apart, so that when you hear me, it's me, and you're not going to be mistaken, and you're going to be like, I need to hear more of that, Um, and if we're being totally honest, I've worked very hard at it, and I've spent a lot of sleepless nights just making sure that I'm dialed in, and just making sure that I have my sound right and I come correct every single time. And man, does it pay off, I actually, just right before I recorded this, I was in the studio finishing up the mixes. One of the features didn't end up coming through. Um, for the tape. He just wasn't able to get it in time. So I just laid down another verse that I wrote today. Actually, I like wrote it and recorded it within like 45 minutes, which is sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. But when it does happen, it's fire. Because every single time, it's like, if I write a verse in less than 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, it's because I know I already have something on my mind. If you just kind of let something build up, or if you just have, whatever on your mind, you just are kind of meditating on it or focusing on it, you can, at least for me, I can bang a verse out. I can get a verse or even a song. I can get a song done. If I got something on my mind, I can get a song done in about an hour. I'd say I could write a whole song in an hour. For a verse, I can probably do it, 20 minutes, or just freestyle it or whatever. But um, that's how it was today, and it felt fantastic. So I got that done. I ended up getting all the mixes finished up. I have one. The thing is, I keep saying this. So the mixes are done. The mixes are done. I feel like I'm Kanye with this, but even I'm not on Kanye's level. I'm not saying that. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying I feel like Kanye with the OCD, everything. I'm like, it's hard, but for half of a second, this thing right, it just needs to be a louder, or this, I just need to cut that breath out, and everybody telling, bro, ain't nobody gonna notice, nobody's gonna notice. But like, I'm the type of person where if I notice, I can't sit, I cannot sit with it. It'll drive me insane, 10 times out of 10. It's just without question, if I have that one little thing, I'm gonna go nuts over it. But yeah, so I ended up getting all that done. I have I didn't get it done. I have one thing that I need to fix. One thing. I swear, it's one thing. I was doing a song and I flew the hook over, like I copied it and pasted it over, and I copied it like 1/32th of a bar too soon. So it's just like where it should hit, like it hits like that, and it drives me insane, and so I cannot live with it. Once that is fixed, we're gonna upload it. I'm gonna upload it, and then I'm gonna figure out a music video, a single, and we'll be cracking on that. But that was another fear. It was like all of this. I'm thinking to myself, man, I mix these songs so many times. Um, you know, every time I mixed, just something went wrong. It was I was mixing on not my computer, or I was mixing somewhere that didn't have all the plugins that I like using, that I like to use specifically on my voice, because I have this thing where I don't want to mix all of these songs, every single one a different way, and then they all are going to sound different, or at least to my ear they will. So I just can't 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 deal with that. So I gotta fix it. But I promise this album is still coming out end of January. I absolutely promise. No matter what, I've been trying to really step up the game as far as like taking, lessons and learning about Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising, so I can really get this out to as many people as possible. But regardless, like, you guys that are already listening are the most important. So one way or another, I promise this project is coming out end of January. Um, Yeah, I don't know. It's and, another thing is like when I mixed the first song for the project, I had really just started mixing and it was horrible. So I needed to fix this and then I needed to fix this. And I think that in the last maybe like month, I really maybe 3 weeks, I've really gotten to a point where I go, okay, now I am comfortable in the mixing chair. I got thrown in my first session. I didn't know nothing about nothing. So I was just thrown right in with the sharks, and it was just, like five motherfuckers behind me, like, bro, no, do this, this, this. You need this. Give me this effect. Give me this. Give me that. And here I am just trying to figure it all out, on the fly, because you don't want to waste these dudes' time, and you don't want to look like an asshole in front of everybody. So, that's the best way for me to learn is just being thrown right in and going. But I finally feel like I have progressed to a point where, um, I'm comfortable doing it. And that's just part of the game. Like that's just part of how everything goes is you're always going to feel like, you're not good at something. When I first started skateboarding, like I was trash for so I don't listen, I'm not great now. I'm not like, Tony Hawk or anything like that. But when I first started, I was so bad for so long. And I remember seeing all my friends that like they could just progress quicker than me, and it killed me and I hated it, but it made me work even harder to progress. But like it took me to land a kickflip. I don't even know. I really couldn't even tell you how long it took me. I still remember exactly where I was when I landed my first kickflip. I remember I filmed it because I filmed like 1,000 takes before. And I remember the one take I landed when I used to. So when I here's how shit was for me when I was a kid, right? My shoes, because I couldn't afford to get new shoes when I would tear them up or new skateboards when I would beat them up, my board and my shoes had duct tape on them. My shoes had them all like the whole toe, everything forward was covered in duct tape because I had ripped it open so bad. They were all black circa Adrian Lopez 50s. If you skate, you know what those are, and you know those were the hardest. Next to like the all brown Americas and the S's, the Excels. But the Reynolds threes were the Americas, but our threes were Americas. Yeah. But anyhow, you know, it took me so long to learn that. And then once you learn the kickflip, you got everything open to you. Once I had the kickflip down, it's like, oh, now I can add the few tricks that I had learned before, right? So I learned shove it's before kickflips. Well, now I can mix it in. And now I got vario flips. Let me shove it a little harder. Now I got 360 flips. Let me shove it the other way. Now I got hard flips, and then fakie flips, then 180 kick flips. Like, you just keep progressing with all of the tricks that you have learned up until then, and you'll hit that one thing, that really sends you over the edge. And I don't know. That's just how I try to live my life. I've recently started picking back up guitar. I used to play guitar not well again back in the day when I was probably like, I don't know. I don't even know, 13 to like 16, maybe 17. But I was always just pissing around on it. Like I thought I was like a rock star, but I never cared to learn. I could play a couple chords, so I was like, yeah, but I never bothered to learn like like how to the strum patterns or why certain notes sounded good together. I never learned anything like that, so I'm really just kind of getting back into it now and trying to actually learn the fundamentals to build my way up. And yeah, man, it's just a place I enjoy being. I really enjoy being like on I really enjoy starting things and feeling overwhelmed. It's a good place for me to be because it just shows me that I have forever to progress. Um and it's gonna happen. Like I said, like with the kickflip, I'm sure it's gonna happen with the guitar. I'm gonna learn and it's just something's gonna click and I'm gonna go, oh, all of this now makes sense. And you can literally apply that to any aspect of your life. Um, if you have a screen printing business, right, and you print t-shirts, um, and you're like, man, what else can I do that would be fun and also is going to bring me some money? Well, what if you learn how to die cut stickers and you learn how to print stickers? you know um, it's probably going to take you a minute, to actually learn the machines, because obviously you can send out to do it, but if you want to learn to do it yourself, it's probably going to take you a minute. A lot of the cuts on the stickers aren't going to be good. They're not going to be even. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that practice, and then one day it's going to click, and you're going to be like, yes, this is what I was. You know what I'm saying? Now I get what I was building towards. You know, um, I feel like that honestly, that's a big problem in the city, at least in the rap scene. And the rap scene in Pittsburgh, I guess I can't really speak on other cities and what they're doing, but the rap scene in Pittsburgh is like, I feel like a lot of people get to this position of I am cozy here. Like my clientele, my people that I interact with, either one, ride my dick enough, or two, you know, just say, yeah, this is good. And people get there and they just stop. Well, this is good. Then it's good. I honestly, I've been in the studio before and I've heard engineers say like, it's good enough. Like, that'll work. And to me, one, you're disrespecting the artist in general. You're disrespecting the artist. You're disrespecting yourself by saying, yeah, that'll work. Because what is the point of doing something if you're not gonna be the best? I for the life of me. Now, it's different if it's your hobby. It's different. Listen, skateboarding, I will never be the best skateboarder, and I am so okay with that. Like, dog, like what are you talking about? I ain't going nowhere with it. I like doing it because it's fun. But if you're in this to win this, if you are making this a business and you're here to like really, like, I'm not playing games, like we're here to go for broke, and you just kind of stop when you say it's fine, like it'll work. To me, that's the ultimate disrespect that you can like give to somebody or yourself, you know? Um, I just think that no matter what you do in every aspect of your life, you just gotta always push for better. Imagine being at the limit of something. Imagine being there is nothing else to learn. How shitty would that be? Then what do? You just gotta quit. Because if you can't ever get any better, you're wasting your time, you know? And that's one place that I'm happy to say that I know for a fact I'll never be there, and I know for a fact that none of us will ever be there, but it's just crazy to me when people think that they're there and they go, I am good enough. I am good enough and this will get me through. It's the absolute laziest approach to something I can possibly imagine. And that's something that I want with this podcast. I want with my life. I want to just show people in general is like, look, you can always push. There is always better. Because when you reach your peak, you die. That's it. When you cannot get better, you die. That's it. That's all it is. Look at how many empires throughout the world, when they reached the peak, when they got so big, that they were like, this is good enough. And they got lazy. They died. They got taken over. Look at Rome. Look at Greece. I mean, you can, look at businesses that said, we're the best, and this is, we are the peak. And they settled with the peak. Look at Kodak. Kodak was a company that actually, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Kodak invented the damn digital camera, but decided not to pursue it because they figured we're a film company and it's going to absolutely destroy our sales of film. Look at Kodak now. Aside from that, like, lousy ass little spike they had when they thought they were going to print whatever bullshit for the damn coronavirus, look at Kodak. They didn't do nothing because they said, we're good enough. We don't need to advance. And apply that to your life. And I see it around me all the time, but it makes me sad. You're a grown ass man. You're a grown ass woman. And you said, this is good enough. I'm scared for that. If I ever say that this is good enough, dog, chuck me in the dirt because there's nothing else left, I'm tired of complaining. Listen, set your goals. I'm going to talk about it next week. 2 weeks from now, we're going to really dig into it. Stay progressing. Don't ever stop. And I don't know, man. What else is there? Use your fear to motivate you. Don't ever stop just because you're scared. Keep on trucking. I don't know. I don't know what else there is to say. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. What else is there? Japanese New Year, Chinese New Year's, Boxing Day, whatever the holiday is you're celebrating. Celebrate it. Have yourself a good ass time. I'm gonna be turning up, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you.